Attention, everybody. The views and opinions expressed on the show are not necessarily those of Axe Ministry, Axe Media Group, and or their affiliate and subordinate ministries and or nonprofits.
Blah, blah, blah.
That's a legal disclaimer.
That is a legal disclaimer. Here's your sign.
We're good.
Yeah,
Morning.
I didn't want to step on that. That was just such a good moment musically right there.
I love it. Yeah, and I zoomed it right out.
Now it's good morning. This is Morning Mouth. I'm your host, Johnny Rooster.
Pastor Matt.
Now we're coming at you, not live.
I'm going to give it a better one. We
are live. We are live. We're just not coming at you live.
That's right.
Because anything goes on this show except what doesn't go.
See, I got my...
He's got a lapel pin.
The American flag.
The American flag. God bless America. He's got an American flag on his hat. For those of you who are not watching, you may want to stop for a moment and watch, because this man is dressed in an impeccably sharp blazer, well, sport coat.
It is. And, you know, I had this thing tailored to me.
And he's losing weight, so he's getting it more into...
Fits me better than it ever has.
Yeah.
We got to wait for the I'm forgiven part on
Are we going to do this? All right, here we go. I'm forgiven. And... All right. Yeah,
anyways.
And we are forgiven. This is a morning show where we are an Axe Media Group, which...
It's a morning show?
We want to discuss social issues,
Hence
but
the name,
we want to put a twist on it. So can you imagine the Twizzlers? Just twist it up.
What about an Indian burn?
Or an Indian burn. Remember those?
Is that still that's politically incorrect?
So Native American burn just doesn't sound right.
Well, I mean,
I got you. You know, Indian burn.
Yeah,
it hurts. You go one direction and the other at the same time on your friend's arm.
It's friction and it pinches.
In third grade, fourth grade, it's always a very alert.
That was fun.
Beautiful. I'm Johnny Rooster, and what I'm trying to say today is signs are everywhere.
Literally.
Signs everywhere. But you know what? We're not talking about the signs of the times like everybody wants to talk about. But those are everywhere.
Yeah.
We're literally, we want you to know there are signs, like with...
everywhere.
Like billboards, okay? When you're driving down the highways, in our area, it's Highway 65 is the big 4-lane that goes north and south from Springfield down to Branson. Branson's the tourist area.
There's one like every 100 feet or so.
We got lots of signs. I counted them one time from Ozark, where I am, down to Branson, about 137 billboards.
That's probably just on one side.
And that's just one side.
Woo!
Okay, so that's going towards Branson. Now,
and like 100 of those were that one law firm we were talking about.
Yes, a lot of legal stuff. 90% of these signs are combat ineffective. Okay, they're so mortally wounded, and I'm not speaking against sign companies, okay? Sign companies are not falling down. The client is falling down.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now hear this. Hear ye, if you have a sign out there, if you're a billboard owner, if you have paid to put your advertising, your ad here, you may need to listen to this.
Yep.
During this segment, we're going to talk about physical signs and how you can improve your message.
With the physical signs, meaning like actual signs, like with your...
A billboard, a yard sign, a display for your business, a banner... Axe Media Group, everybody. How can we give our best to the space that we have? Now, here's one thing that I'm noticing, Pastor Matt. I, Johnny Rooster, am a closet, what do you call it, critic of billboards.
Well,
that's my thing.
Critic? Yeah.
I'm a billboard critic. Self-proclaimed billboard critic. Right here, it goes on my little card. Yeah, it says self-proclaimed. But that's too many words. The problem is there are too many words on signs. Tune in here, guys. We're talking about signs on the highway.
Remind me to talk to you about bumper stickers.
Bumper stickers are signs.
My goodness.
They go on and on.
Yeah, well, the thing is like the other day I was driving into work here in the office.
Sidebar.
Sidebar, sorry.
It's okay. Pastor Matt's known for sidebars.
There were like...
Sidebar to the sidebar.
There were like so many bumper stickers on this one, and a lot of them had to do with tailgating.
No paint job, just
it says "We'll break for tailgaters," and if you can read this, da 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 da. I'm like, Why are you putting this stuff on your bumper if you don't want people to come up?
Exactly.
Because you have to pull up close
You
to
have
read
to pull
them.
up close to read them. And that is my point, Pastor Matt. That's my point. When you're driving down the highway at 69.9 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour, you're not going to gather all of the fancy font that a business card would afford you, okay?
Right.
We're putting up, you guys out there, a lot of you are putting up a billboard with a business card mind, okay?
Right.
Fancy logo here, fancy phrase here, and our phone number and our email and our direction. Come on, guys. Nobody's reading that stuff. You'd have to pull over by the side of the road at 70 miles an hour. You have to slam on the brakes, hit the side, and stop. And then you just be there, okay, honey, write this down. We've got lots of information here. Because you know what? The sign people, the people that are paying for it, they want all their stuff in there. They say, please,
Yeah, and you know
take
what?
all my words, all of my valuable words and my logo. I get it. They want it to be out there, but that's not going to work on a billboard.
No, my band logo, right?
Okay.
Good News Band. That's it. It says Good News Band with the logo right in the middle.
Good.
Boom.
Yeah.
Done
Yeah.
deal.
You got to keep it clean.
Yeah.
You know, you can't clutter.
No. Like I've got a Shure. It's a microphone company.
Yes. Sure.
That I've got that
Sure.
sticker on the back of my car. I'm going to take that off because I've got something that, in my opinion, is a more important sign. It's a decal, and it's Jesus and the Crown of Thorns. Have you ever seen those?
I have.
And it's like where the I don't know. It's really hard to explain. It's like one of those where the outline is basically
Yes.
ghosted,
Yeah.
and it's just you can see all the inside parts of the head and the crowns and stuff, but then the outlines are actually because there's no lines there. That makes
Yes.
it the outline. It's I don't know. It's
Simple but yet effective.
weird. Yeah.
Well, I wanted the audience to understand that normally we don't talk about signs
This
on
is
the
a sign.
show, but this is a sign. It's Morning Mouth with
Johnny
Johnny Rooster,
Rooster
so we got a crowing rooster and all
Into
of that.
a microphone.
So it's pretty
You worked
cool.
really hard on that.
It's pretty cool, but I want people to realize signs matter. What your image is matters. If you are not owning a sign and you have no business, you're still wearing a sign. You're still projecting an image of you, who you are.
And your
If you-
product is
if-
a sign.
If you are cluttery in your words, if you say a lot of phrases, I've heard people say the same thing. The thing of it is, for all practical purposes, it is what it is, blah, 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 blah. All of these are just phrases that are thrown out there over and over. They repeat themselves until all of the good words are washed away, and that's all you need in a sign.
Yeah.
You only need what's real. Here's an example. You take a company, they put all of their fancy font and all of their hard-to-read stuff on there, because cursive's hard to read, okay?
Yeah.
We need a bold, easy to read, 3 words in a picture. That's the best. Stay calm, y'all, in a picture of some guy freaking out. Now that would get your attention. You wouldn't know what it was, but this is the better part of that. Put it in your world, what you want them to see, because they don't know you. You're not McDonald's. You're not a brand, okay? You're not a big brand.
No.
So you're just a person. What if you're not a lawyer? What if your number isn't all the same digits? Those are very effective.
You're talking about a particular lawyer here in town.
Well, the
Two of
same-
them.
The same
There are 2 of them.
numbers. The same numbers are very effective.
Yeah.
I agree that they are doing a good job with their advertising on the billboards. Other than that, there's not many of us doing a good job on our advertising. Even some big companies.
Like the all right,
There's-
remember the old milk campaign? Got
Yes,
milk?
Got milk. That was
Simple.
great.
Boom.
Perfect. 2 words. If you are under 5 words, you win. People are not. I'm driving along. I'm literally driving along the highway, looking at signs and saying, Andrea, that's my wife. She's sitting with me. Can you read that? Can you tell me everything that says? Because I'm trying to read it. Because
You're going 70 miles an hour.
that's the information they want you to see. They fail to realize on a computer screen when they're doing their little mock-up of that sign, it looks great.
Yeah.
But you're not sitting there on a computer screen.
Yeah.
Drive by your sign. If you own a business and you have a billboard on Highway 65 or anywhere else, drive by at highway speed and really, seriously, you're looking at it because it's yours, but think about it from a non-interested party. They don't care about all your fancy images.
You don't even have to put your subject matter on it. Just
No.
something to
No.
grab their attention, and then a phone number.
Please, no cluttery pictures, backgrounds. I love that you guys want to show the lake and the boat and the works or the thing. A plain background really speaks loudly with an image cut out on top of the plain background. Now, that's just me. That's just me saying 3 to 5 words. And I talked to a billboard company at a vendor event.
Mm-hmm.
They were all over it. They said, "You're exactly right. That's what we try to tell our clients. We try to tell them, get 3 to 5 big, bold words and an image, capture their attention," but they don't do it. They always go back to the whole spiel like it's a business card and you're reading we can't read the fine print. We don't need your phone number, y'all. We got the internet. Your business name, if it's out there, we'll find you. Seriously,
Yeah.
we're not going to jot down, was that 887 or 886? We're not going to do that while we're driving by. You're wasting your stuff. Put out some 3 really weird words. I'm going to give an example. Down in Florida, they got this place that's a big theme park.
Yeah.
It's the biggest one. Well, they've got a sign that's literally cut in half like a shark bit the surfboard in half, and the other side has another side. So it's a ripped up sign on both sides of the highway, and it grabs your attention because you're
Like
driving.
it universally grabs your attention.
Universally, good one. So we go right through this world, and we're almost dizzy, but it's just crazy because you go right through the sign. But it makes you think about it. You can't just erase that, say, I didn't see that sign. You saw it. I like the other one out in Kansas. They got 3 in a row for a big university. Bam, bam, bam. They got 2, 1 word, 1 word, 1 word. It's just it's their chant.
Yeah.
I love it because that's what signs are supposed to do. You can't get it out of your head. Now, why did they do that? We already know the name of the university. We already know what they chant. So what? Just say that gets it in your head. And
Yeah.
that's really what if we want to get Jesus in somebody's head, we can't just put all the fancy font and say, "Welcome to our church," and we got this beautiful building, and come see us Sunday morning, 9 a.m. worship, and 11:40. You can't go on and on and on. Guys, just say, "Jesus loves you, so do we," or something like that. Get them to think about what is it that you're doing, because we're bored with all these signs.
Yeah.
We're
I
oversigned.
mean, look at those old school marquees where you take the letters down and put the other letters back up, right?
Yeah.
So there's a particular
Yeah.
what do you call it, a hotel
Yes.
on Chestnut, and of course this I mean, it's not the greatest in the world, but there's something on that marquee, and you have to be, and of course on that you're only going like 35, 40,
Yeah, it's a
45
slower
miles.
speed.
Right. It says Jesus saves. No, it says try Jesus. If you don't like it, the devil will always take you back,
Yeah.
or something to that
Yeah.
extent. And you go in there and you're like, these people don't look like they should be Christian. You know, but yeah, that's one of the exceptions, though, wouldn't you say?
That is an exception.
But other than that, you're right.
Most of the time, very few words. This is highway speed, okay?
I don't want
We're
to
talking
read
about
a novel
no.
on a sign
in fact,
going
your
70 miles
your
an hour.
font is wrong. Most of you guys, your font is wrong. Your image is wrong. You just need something simple. A good example would be, well, the aforementioned attorney. It's a face and a number.
Mm-hmm.
And that works.
And it's an easy to remember number.
Yep.
And the number takes up a majority of the sign.
Yeah, and that's really all you need, because that's what the client would
Yeah.
need to do to contact in that situation. They know what the lawyer represents. It's not
Yeah.
confusing. You've got to be clear. As Christians, I don't believe a lot of us are clear on our message. We just clutter it up with, I went to the, we go down rabbit trails,
Yeah, oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
signs look like that. Signs look like grandma's attic. They look too cluttery. They really do.
Yeah.
Clean it up.
Plain old black background, 3 words and a logo.
That's it.
Like,
Try to think about 3 words that
Like if
will
you're a
say your
plumber.
message. Yeah.
need new pipes?
Need new pipes. That's it. And then your whatever, you
Yeah.
know.
I would say email address would be easier to
Yeah,
remember
whatever it
than a
is
number.
that you want them to go to. If it's a phone number, do that, but don't do a lot of extras.
Like, 1-800 numbers.
Or say the name of the business because they can find it online. That's the best.
Yeah, that's the best one.
Joe's Plumbing, need new pipes,
Yeah, need new pipes.
leaky. Yeah.
Like that particular towing company in town.
Yes.
Let blank do it.
Yeah. And it plays off of a popularized cartoon.
And I remember that. I mean,
Yeah.
I've always been able to remember that. Then there's another one that has a particular catchphrase or song that's really it helps you remember the place.
No, that's
You know,
good.
when you're afoot and you need a tow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like wordplay like that.
Your wordplay is good.
Wordplay's great.
Yes. There's just too many people with fancy fonts doing their fancy little trickery on the screen, and it looks really cluttered. So we're talking about signs here. This is Morning Mouth with Pastor Matt. Johnny Rooster is your host.
Pastor Matt.
We like to talk about things that normally aren't going to be discussed on the air, but we're talking about the deplorable situation of the signs. Now, in Branson, a lot of people go to a certain theme park. We all know it.
Yeah.
But that theme park likes lots of pictures on their signs. I used to work for them. I'm going to say it. There's too much clutter on a lot of their stuff. Even the big boys are throwing in all the money on too much clutter. So it's a temptation. Another one, a beautifully run organization, but too much clutter. So I'm just saying generally 90% of all signs are yelling at you, making noise.
The KISS method on those are really good.
Keep it super simple. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yes, that works.
If you want to be
either one of
nice.
those work. Yeah, either one of those
keep
work.
it super simple. But we
Keep it
want,
simple, super.
if we like brevity, and we do, if this culture doesn't read every word, and they don't, why in the world would you put a boring image and another boring image and a third boring image, and they've done this, and lots of words to describe it, established 1947, all rights reserved. It's the fine print on a billboard. I've seen a nice looking image that's faint, very faint. It's a diamond ring, okay? I'm throwing it out there. It's faint. It should be bold.
Right.
I like another one. He's got neon, but you know what? Neon burns out.
Oh yeah, I know.
I love neon, but it burns out.
I know who you're talking about.
I would
That particular
warn you
lawyer that we were
against-
talking about earlier.
I warn you against neon.
Yeah.
Neon has not been perfected.
No.
Neon still burns out, and I make fun of words because the big bass shop, the B went out. So, I mean, seriously, stuff like that really happens.
That's
and
funny.
People used to send that in to Jay Leno or whatever.
No, that's hilarious.
It's
Yeah, we
funny.
can say Jay Leno.
You can say it because
He's in the public eye.
He is. People would send it in because of the stupid burnout of a certain letter. Don't set yourself up for embarrassment.
Everybody is thinking of that right now and thinking,
Yeah.
that's too funny because we're all immature.
Yes, we're very immature. On this show, we don't try to be all philosophical. I'm saying your signs stink like Limburger cheese if they don't have a simple
never had-
message. I haven't
Limburger
either.
cheese pretty good?
My uncle and aunt on their wedding back in the old days in late 1959, the pranksters would get them on their wedding. This was a wedding prank. Stick Limburger cheese under the heater in the car. When they turned the heat on, it would blast the odor of this rotten smell. It smells like something that a bodily function would make. That's how bad it smells.
Kind of like Asiago cheese.
Yes. So it's
But
too
it smells like a really bad
it's
dirty foot.
beyond ferment. It's the smelly socks plus something worse. Yeah,
Ooh.
it's like why would
So it smells
anybody
pretty crappy.
consume?
See, now I want to try a little tiny piece of it.
Yeah,
just
you're
to
you're a
see what it tastes like.
You're the guy that says smell this because it stinks and you smell it. People look at a train wreck. They can't help it. They keep looking. You're the guy that's going to go eat that Limburger.
You know, I want to try a tiny piece of it, see what it's like.
Yeah.
But, you know, Asiago, we had some of that here in the office last week, and everybody was making sandwiches. And,
Smell.
oh, man, it was great, though. It tastes so good.
You know, there's a Korean dish my sister adopted from Korea. My parents adopted her when she was 9 years old. I was 10. My other brother's 12. My other sister's 8. She liked kimchi. Kimchi has cabbage. It's fermented cabbage. It has a particular smell.
And cabbage smells like poop anyways when it's cooking.
Very rank.
Smells like someone tore up the bathroom.
It actually tastes pretty good now, but as a 10-year-old, I would definitely didn't even want to try it. So, but we don't want our signs to stink up the atmosphere with clutter. Signs matter.
Yeah.
You put money in this stuff. It's boring. Most of your signs are terrible. Okay, I'm saying it because I want it to change. This is where the media is, Axe Media Group is trying through Johnny Rooster at this moment, whether they agree or not. Johnny Rooster is saying your signs are not effective.
Mm.
You're wasting your money. Don't even put up a billboard until you learn how to do it. I'm spanking you all. Do I have a paddle? There's got to be a big paddle. Everybody,
Sure, I can find something.
consider
In here.
yourself flogged like the old school teacher, like back in. Do you remember the books by Mark Twain, Tom Sawyer?
Mm-hmm.
He was getting a beating from the teacher, that kind of thing, 1800s style. Okay, just a whooping on him for bad behavior.
Or Laura Ingalls Wilder
Yes.
wrote one called Farmer Boy.
Yes, Farmer Boy. The teacher gets out
Yeah,
the black snake whip. That was an
Oh, yeah.
amazing story. Whooping on you for your signs.
I had to read that in
Okay.
5th grade.
I love that. That account, the kid's running out the window because he's still jerking this kid, spinning him around. But you know what? I'm whooping them up because their signs are not effective. They're combat ineffective. They've been crippled. They've been bludgeoned with words. They've been peppered with, well, fancy stuff.
Quit macing us with your words on signs.
You know, that reminds me of the I got to say this one. It's an original. A Catholic nun is in the supermarket looking at lemons. Suddenly, in the middle of the lemons appears a white fairy. She's so startled, she pulls out the mace and starts praying as she sprays. Pale fairy, full of mace, arrested art thou among lemons. I know, you had to endure that one.
That's funny.
It's an original.
Did you come up with that one yourself?
I made that one up. It took me a while to construct it.
For those
Pale-
of you who don't know, that actually is the same rhyming syllable type and wordage as the
The
Hail Mary.
Yes,
for
the
the
Hail
Catholic
Mary.
Church. Yeah,
full of grace,
full of mace.
full of mace. Pale fairy, full of mace.
Mhm.
Arrested art thou among lemons. Oh, blessed. You know, you get it.
That's pretty good.
It's
pretty good.
It took some time.
I like wordy.
You like
I like
word-
word jokes.
Yeah, I mean, some of that stuff. I like the one where people remember Michael Jordan,
Mm-hmm.
and he was so good. But one time he was in Shanghai, and in a souvenir shop, knocked over a glass case, shattered the glass everywhere. But what else would you expect from a bull in a china shop?
Right.
Ba-doom-pa.
Well, that's like the frog that went into the bank to get a loan.
Oh yes.
They asked him for collateral, and all he had was these little figurines. And she said, "I don't know about this." And the lady's name was Patty Black, and she went to the manager and said, "He wants a loan, but all he's got are these little figurines. What are these?" He said, "Well, it's a knick-knack, Patty Black. Give the frog a loan."
Yes, and the other story is that his collateral was Mick Jagger was his dad, because his old man's a Rolling Stone.
Ah, well, that
It's a
makes sense.
knick-knack, Patty Black. Give the frog a loan. His old man's a Rolling Stone.
See, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, I there was an extension on that. So it's kind of like if you cut off your arm, and then I got you a new arm, but I had more fingers than
Yeah.
usual. That's what I had.
Sometimes
extra,
it's just the middle one.
had an extra finger on that one.
I'm sorry, that's terrible.
So speaking of fingers and the bumper stickers, do you believe bumper stickers are a nuisance or are they effective?
Actual
Because we
bumper
used to say honk if you love Jesus, and
Yeah.
if you don't honk,
actual bumper stickers, like to have all the words on them and stuff. Like there was one that said, "Don't tailgate me, or I'll flick a booger on your windshield."
yeah.
That made me laugh. But why are you putting up tailgating bumper stickers if
Yeah.
you don't want people to tailgate you?
Kind of
'Cause
true.
they have to read. And like there's a sticker up here I want to get that says, I carry a gun because I can't throw a stone at 2,500 foot per second.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny.
Yeah.
But
But-
I guess bumper stickers reflect the personality. Many people would never put a bumper sticker
It's like
on their
tattoos
vehicle.
for your car,
Yeah.
essentially.
It is. You know, the first tattoo is called a Tat 1.
Ah.
The second one is a tattoo, and then they decided we don't want to keep going. Or the guy says, I want a tat 2.
As well.
I want a tattoo. Somebody used to say, well, I'm 30. Well, I'm 32. If you were 30 as well. In an example. This is
Yeah.
a generic example.
TOO instead of
Yes.
TWO.
Yes.
See, that's
would-
why the
when I was
American
at-
language is very difficult
It is
to
confusing.
learn.
When I was in high school, I'd say to a girl, someday you and I will be married. Just not to each other. All these clever that could be
Yeah.
on a bumper sticker.
That's a one-liner.
One-liner. T-shirts, bumper stickers, they make money.
Yeah.
They do something for someone.
Like the one that said, crap happens.
Yes.
That made a lot of money. You used
It
to see
did.
those everywhere, but they were a little bit more.
You know, the
vulgar.
guy that did the smiley face actually didn't get it patented, so he didn't get to cash in on the money. So he was doing that as part of a morale boost for a company, an advertising company. They were down, and he was trying to boost them. They said, come up with something. In 15 minutes, he showed a big smiley face, and they printed off a few hundred, and then all of a sudden, everybody, they were for buttons. Then
Yeah.
within a few days, people were like, we want these. So thousands of orders came in. Oops, I forgot to patent that. Uh-oh.
Copyright and patent.
Whoops.
Well, it's time for us to get out of here already,
We need
Johnny.
to copyright and patent this. Put a sign up, make it count. Don't do the boring crap that you've always been doing. I'm serious. I'm going to crow about it. I'm Johnny Rooster, and this is Pastor Matt, and you're listening to The Morning Mouth only on Axe Media Group, because that's the only place that wants us at the moment,
The only place cool enough.
the only place worthy enough, the only place worthy of the sign.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.